Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to hit remove. Yo, everybody doing? King Ding. Are you there?
Yeah, something just happened. Like my camera stopped working. You got muted. I don't know what was going on. It was.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I have no idea. It just kicked me out. Anyways, where did we start here? Yo, everybody doing? I guess we start from the beginning. We had to come on early today. I have some Christmas stuff going on, but we had some big breaking news, Joey Shakes. Gardner Minshew will be starting. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think a lot of fans want this, and I think it's a little exciting too because now you get, a different pair of eyes on a new quarterback behind this offense. And you mentioned it earlier, actually, before we streamed today, that seeing a different quarterback behind this offense just to see what it looks like, just to see, can we question that? Could Jalen Hurts be in jeopardy of a starting job if Gardner Minshew plays really well? I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to tell you, and I believe in giving Hurts the whole year and all those kind of things. But there's a part of me that really wants to see how this offense would look with a different quarterback, just in terms of the passing games, in terms of like guys like Devontae Smith. How would things change? How would they look? And it's going to be very, very interesting. I will say this, though. Having it be the Jets makes it a whole lot easier to sit Jalen Hurts tomorrow, especially with that bye week right behind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The bye week, even next week, I mean, then you'll have time to sit him and see what happens there. But when it comes down to it, I want to ask you this, what have you seen? And obviously, Minshew hasn't played this year. Now, from what you've seen from him in the past, what have you seen from Minshew that you do like? Short little success with the Jaguars and what he's done.
My thing is I've never viewed Minshew as a franchise quarterback. Right. Okay, but he is exciting. I like his personality. I think it's going to go over very well with Philly. I think he throws the ball fairly good, and he could be a interesting spark tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this though. I didn't say this going on because I don't know what happened with the computer, but thank you to everybody for joining. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. Mav, Jeff, Meadowland, Rivas, Cameron, Lucio, Chris, all you guys in here, Marcus. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. It is short notice, like I said. But I'm busy tonight, so we had to do this now. Maverick 1, thank you so much for the super chat. I still see the angry face. He says Deshaun Watson or nothing. Well, I mean that's like a next year type thing. Right now, what we're dealing with is we're dealing with Gardner Minshew playing tomorrow. Now, do you think the Eagles are going to change how they play their offense tomorrow?
Look, I think even watching like pass play for Minshew, more of a shotgun under center type QB. I mean, he could work RPOs. I don't see why not, but I hope they don't force him in a situation where they're taking him out of his zone of like his strengths of what he can do as a quarterback, because he is more of a consistent passer, probably better than Jalen Hurts when it goes when it comes to athletically. You know, he can scramble. The guy can scramble and he can run, but is it as good as Jalen Hurts? Probably not. But the guy can scramble, get out of the pocket. I got some good poise. So I really hope they don't go over the top with him and change too much where they handicap him and take him out of his strength of what he could do. So that's what I'm worried about, but I'm excited about it though.
Right. Marcus, man, welcome to Dingbat Superfans, buddy. Thank you so much for joining. Should have 2 videos for you coming in the next few days, but thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Nitro Freak, thank you for super chat, man. He says, let's go, baby. I'm excited. Go Birds. A lot of people are very excited about Gardner Minshew. And there's a lot of people who have said to me, hey, Philly, you underestimate Gardner Minshew. He can be a franchise quarterback. He can, and you'll see. And I guess we're going to get to find out what he is tomorrow. Now, if he plays good, you know what that means, though, right? If he plays good tomorrow, we're going to go into the bye week, and we're going to have at least 2 weeks of quarterback controversy.
Yeah, I think so. And there's going to be another side. If we beat the Jets, fans are going to say, well, we beat the Jets. And deciding on how many points they do score, as long as they're passing the ball, they look balanced. And it's just a fresh set of eyes on a new quarterback. And honestly, it's just a new quarterback in general. So you really can't, some change, and this isn't a benching. This doesn't mean anything. This is, a backup,
right, becoming
a starter for a week because Jalen Hurts' ankle is not doing good, and then you have the bye week next week. So it's exciting to look at.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very exciting for a lot of people. APJ says Minshew a franchise quarterback. There's people that really think he can be. I don't. I think he's a good, capable backup. But I didn't watch a ton of Jacksonville Jaguars either. I've seen him here or there, highlights here or there, you know what I mean? But it's exciting, in my opinion, especially for guys like Devontae Smith, that passing game. And it's going to be interesting to see how the offense changes a little bit, what they do differently, because I do not think this team is going to run nearly as much tomorrow as people might want them to. No Jordan Howard, Miles ankle. We don't know what's going on with Boston Scott. I think the Eagles are going to throw a lot tomorrow.
They didn't elevate a running back to the roster, so it looks like Boston Scott should be playing tomorrow.
Yeah. Jason Wallace says, at least it's something new and exciting. As an Eagles fan, I'm okay with Minshew. Give some hope tomorrow. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I think the right thing to do is you play Hurts out the whole year, but the fact that you're getting an opportunity to get tape and put somebody else on the field and kind of see how it looks, I think it helps kind of the Eagles in the whole evaluation process of Jalen Hurts. Don't you think so?
Yeah, and if Minshew balls out this game and plays really well going into the bye week,
oh my God,
there's going to be so much to talk about, so much to think about, and it's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy.
I got to be honest. And I said this. I don't know if this is a good sign about how I really feel about Hurts or not, but I'm excited to see Minshew play. And it's not because, like I said, I don't think it's because I want him to take the job. I don't think he should. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. But I want to see how a guy that is a better passer would look with this offense. Because I think that when they hired Nick Sirianni, I don't think they had Jalen Hurts in mind. I think it was Carson Wentz. And that's really, I think Nick Sirianni, I think his whole way he's been coaching this year is trying to adjust to Jalen Hurts. And I think it took a while.
I think if we see the run game, we see the ball distributed to Dallas Goedert that just got a big contract, and really, using Devontae Smith, see if it looks better with a new quarterback. See if you can get the ball to Quez a little bit more. See if you can, like I said, distribute the ball, because I think even before the Giants game, we were getting a couple wins and we were doing well. We were satisfied because we were winning games, but the other flip of the coin is we have playmakers, and it's all about Jalen Hurts getting the ball to these playmakers. So as of right now, if he distributes his ball really well, and wins this game, it's going to be tough going through the bye week.
Yeah. Dixie Normus, thank you so much, Dixie Normus. It got me on. They got me on the name. Good one. Talk Radio will be fired if we win. You got me on that.
Who's enormous?
Dixie Enormous. Ramal, is this going to be like Hurts-Wentz situation again? It could. I mean, personally, I think like I said, if even if Minshew plays good, and then you come back from the bye, I'm still going to play Hurts. That would be what I would do.
But the difference. You go ahead. Sorry.
No. But a lot of other fans are not going to feel that way.
Yeah, but the difference is Hurts isn't going to fold, and Hurts isn't going to say, "Oh well, I'm going to demand a trade or I'm going to go somewhere else." That's the difference we have with the mindset of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Devontae Smith might actually get his rightful amount of targets. It's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? It's going to be very, very interesting to see.
You said earlier should be over 1,000 yards already. I mean, he should be integrated in this offense a lot better, and he's not. You know.
Well, if you look at just the whole, see how many times he's been open,
right,
and the fact that they don't use him as their number one, they don't treat him like that, and they should be. He should be well over it. Yeah, he could have been. I mean, he should have way better numbers. Super Philly 31, thank you for super chat. He says, I want to see Howie going. I love the thumbnail, buddy. We all want to see Howie Roseman going. There's no question about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Marcus, member for 9 months. Thank you, buddy. He said, Philly 500 and Joey Shakes is the GOAT of YouTube. I think we're going to have a big one tomorrow. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that, man. We definitely appreciate that. It's going to be very interesting to see. You know what I mean? So now they're saying Liv is saying, so now they're saying he's not ruled out just yet. So I don't know. We'll see. If it sounds like to me, here's what I'm gonna say. If they're now saying he's not ruled out, then most likely what happened is he's gonna be ruled out, but the Eagles didn't want to say it ahead of time, and it got out early.
And I think another part of that is that Minshew took all the first team reps today. And it's ruled today. Most of the first team reps, all the first team reps today. So I mean, that kind of gives you the instinct on. They want to keep even Robert Saleh, the head coach. I saw that he said something about, Hurts is playing. I ain't being tricked. I ain't being fooled. Or
right.
They're trying to keep it up in the air, keep the Jets on their toes from what quarterback they have to defend against. So
right, right, yeah. But let me see if I can find something real quick. Let's see if there's any news report. I got tons of things saying he's out. See, Mike K's talking about Minshew playing. Adam Schefter is saying, yeah, it's still early. But to me, when I hear that, when like Adam Schefter saying he may be ruled out, but I guess it's not official yet. I mean, somebody leaked it early. That's what it means to me. So I'm anticipating that Minshew's going to play. I won't put him on my thumbnail, but I'm assuming he's going to play. You know,
right.
It's going to be. I mean, it's going to. If he plays good, you're going to have a quarterback controversy. Not in my eyes, not in your probably a lot of people's eyes, but you just wonder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're not paying a quarterback right now, which is a good thing, guys. So you don't have. It's not like we have money tied into Jalen Hurts. So really, at the end of the day, like this is an open spot still. There's nothing promised for next year. There's a million different moves the Eagles can make, whether it's trading for a quarterback, whether it's moving up in the draft, or whether it's keeping one of these two quarterbacks on a roster right now and waiting a whole nother year and just keep rebuilding around these guys. So anything can happen at this point.
Right, and the fact that they're playing the Jets before a bye week has to make it part of the decision process to sit them, because if they do, I mean, they're not losing to the Jets tomorrow, okay? They're not losing to the Jets. They're 11-0 lifetime. They're not losing to the Jets. Whether Hurts plays, whether Minshew plays, whether my fat ass plays, they're not losing to the Jets. So I feel like this is a smart time to rest Hurts if he's hurt, because I mean, a hurt ankle, if he can't run, that hurts his game. So why not rest him?
There's no point to play him if he's not even 80% or 85% ready to play, because it's already enough we've had trouble with his passing. If he can't run, forget it. I mean, It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the Eagles didn't want that because they said it was a game time decision. I'm sure they wanted it to be a game time decision. But if Minshew's getting all the reps, like you said, yeah, I think he's playing. It's going to play. It's going to be interesting how this offense looks different. I think in the evaluation of Hurts, I think having another quarterback on tape to look at, I think is good for Hurts too, because there's things that he can learn from it,
Right.
So it's going to be interesting. Nate says, why is everybody making a big deal of this? He is hurt. They didn't bench for him for Minshew. Yeah, I mean, they're not benching him for Minshew. Like, for me, what I want to see and what I'm interested in seeing isn't replacing Hurts. I'm interested in seeing how the offense looks different, how it would look different with a quarterback that's a better passer. And I think having an opportunity to get that on film is important. That's what I'm excited. As soon as Hurts is available, ready to come back, I'm putting him back in.
Right, exactly. Definitely.
But you know how the fans are. You know how talk radio is. You know how the beat writers are. If Minshew goes out and throws 3-4 touchdowns, you're going to hear this for 2 weeks.
Oh, not even that. It's like Minshew can go into this game and play bad. I mean, it could go either way. But I think he wants to prove himself as a quarterback, that he should be a starting quarterback in this league. And, that short stint he had with the Jaguars really did help him in his confidence. And, we'll see what happens.
Dustin Baker says they are losing to the Jets. You must be crazy. You must be coming from Mark Holmes. Micah Parsons is better than LT channel. I think you're nuts. There ain't no way the Eagles lose to the Jets tomorrow. There's no way. It ain't gonna happen. And we're gonna see probably Minshew tomorrow. But then the other news that came out, rumor, is that you have the owner and the GM, and they're split on Jalen Hurts. You have Jeffrey Lurie, who wants to give Hurts another year, wants to give him a chance, and you have Howie, who's not so hot on that idea. Could this be the first time that there's friction between them two? Could this be what maybe forces Howie Roseman to eventually get fired? One can only hope. What are your thoughts on that whole situation, owner GM?
You can't run an organization where you have a GM and an owner not agree on the same. Look, there's differences in where they can't agree on the same things, but when it comes to certain picks that we've had, even hearing from Doug Peterson the other day on the Rager over Jefferson, and he pretty much said, I'm not the one that pretty much, I didn't have anything to do with it, pretty much, and it could be friction. It could be, maybe something is going to happen later on, because obviously you could tell that Howie Roseman kind of wants to move on because he's already looking at other quarterbacks like Sam Howell and Pickett as well. So, I mean, you can't have this friction where they're going to be, who's got the final say? Does Lurie have the final say over Howie Roseman? Obviously, because Jalen Hurts is still playing as of right now. So that's
what pictures does Howie Roseman have on Jeffrey Lurie? What are these pictures? What does he have on him that even keeps him in his front office? I don't understand. I think unfortunately, fortunately, however I guess you want to put it, you're going to have quarterback. We're going to hear about every quarterback from draft picks to trades all off season. It's going to be the case. Now, like I said to you before, I don't know that there's any great quarterbacks coming out. So my idea is I would probably give Hurts one more year to see if he can develop his passing game. But if you get a situation where, let's say, Deshaun Watson is cleared of his charges and everything going off the field, and he's ready to come back, I would go after him. I wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, wait, Isaiah, I meant to read that. Hold on. Oh, crap. I lost it, Isaiah. Type it in again. I clicked on the wrong button. My big sausage fingers. And says, I think if Minshew can come out and throw for at least 300 plus and 3 touchdowns, he deserves starting job because our run game is already the best in the league. So add a decent passer, and we are a serious threat. What are your thoughts on that?
Do you think? I mean, I mean, if he does that, then great. But do you think it's more than just the passing game? Do you think it's play sequence as well when it comes to Nick Sirianni? Do you think that, like, even that Giants game, there was some play. I mean, some plays where they kept Hurts the ball, kept Jalen Hurts the ball, keeping the ball in his hands. Now, was that because of what the Giants were giving us, or was that because Nick just called a really bad game and not helping?
I don't think Nick called a bad game at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few issues, but there's every game I can have an issue with the coach, right? So I thought they did get away from the running game the first half, and I thought it was when Kelsey went out. There was a third down, and then they went for it on fourth down. They threw twice, remember? When it was 3rd and 2, if you're going for it on fourth down, run the ball, okay? But I thought Sirianni, I had no problem with he coached. I mean, I don't think Hurts played a good game. That's just being honest. Now, that happens. You're not always going to have a good game, and I'm not going to kill the guy for it because this is what I want to learn from him, And the thing with Minshew is I look at Minshew and I say he's not a franchise quarterback. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't watched a ton of Minshew. Maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind. Yeah. But, my thought is more importantly than him playing to make the playoffs, I got to evaluate Hurts. Right. So I got to let him continue to play. But I thought, Sirianni, I think what he does tomorrow will change dramatically, though. I don't think they're going to run the ball 30 times. I really don't.
No, not with Minshew in there. And on top of that, what you said before, we're getting our answers now. Like, as much as we have our highs or lows of the season, we're getting our answers of what Jalen Hurts can and can't do. That's the whole evaluation process. We want to give Jalen Hurts the whole entire year to play so we could see what his flaws are, to see, because if we even I want him to throw the ball more too, because even he's got to work on his accuracy, because you had said it, even on the little slant pass he had during the Giants game, he throws behind the receiver, like regular easy mechanical throws that he should be getting, he is not getting, and it's concerning.
Right. Dior says you all Hurts haters need to stop. Listen, you have not watched me. When it comes to Hurts, I have probably been more patient with Hurts than any other quarterback that I can remember. I want Hurts to succeed. I want him to be the franchise quarterback. When he does bad, I say he does bad. And this happens every week. If Hurts does something bad, I'm a hater. When Hurts does something good and I give him credit, then I believe in a guy that isn't good enough. What you're just telling me is I'm right down the middle where I need to be. I'm evaluating Hurts this season, but if you can't admit to yourself Hurts was not good versus the Giants, you're lying. He could have thrown 6 interceptions that game. Remember the 4th and 10 where Rager dropped it and that was on Regular? What about the 3rd down pass where it should have been picked off? Game over. The defenseman dropped it. So he wasn't good, but that doesn't mean I'm a hater. So I hate when people say that. I just don't think they know what the definition of hater means anymore.
Or even the 1st and 18 pass when they were back of our own end zone, he just underthrows it to Rager, where Rager actually had separation on that play, just had no arm strength for it. It threw a pick to McKinney. So
I mean, why so sensitive about whether Hurts is, whether people think Hurts is good or not? We're all trying to evaluate him. I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care who the quarterback is as long as he can get me there.
What I can't stand is when we talk about a quarterback early in the season, we talk about Jalen Hurts and said, oh, he's playing bad. And then when he starts playing good, we start praising him for it. Then what happens is people, oh, well, you said he was going to be this or you said he was going to be that. Right. When, we're evaluating as much as everybody else. We don't work for the NFL. We're not from NFL Network. We're just evaluating as fans with our own 2 eyes looking at the game, and that's it.
I'm trying to figure out if he's the guy or not. I have no way of knowing until he plays. But now that I can put tape on of another quarterback who's going to play in the same offense, I think it helps the evaluation. Dalton, great. Thank you for the super chat. He says, you the man, Denzel. Joey Shakes, you cool too. Thank you, Dalton. Shout out to you, man. I never understand that. I don't know. I don't know that how Hurts has done enough to be the franchise quarterback, and I don't know how he's not done enough to just be benched and thrown away. I'm right in the middle right now. Daddy's Kitchen Wheels, thank you for super chat. He says Athlete 500. We shouldn't lose to the Jets, and I don't want us to. We have to be careful, though. Law of averages say they bound to win one day. Yeah, they got to win one day. That is true. But hopefully it's like when they're 0-45 or something like that.
Down the road, yeah. Down the road.
It's crazy. It just doesn't. It's crazy to me. Cryptologist said 500. If you want to win a Super Bowl, then get Foles. He already won. And he never. I don't know that you could win a Super Bowl again with Foles right now. I mean, he's a third-string quarterback. Should they have let him go? Maybe not. But I don't think they should have traded him when they traded him for Stinkford. That was a mistake too.
That was bad. Yeah.
Hey, 500 Joey. If Minshew throws 7 touchdown ties for the most NFL game, would you want to play him the following week again? I would not. Joey would. I wouldn't.
I would.
You would?
I
7?
would.
I wouldn't. I would go right back to Hurts.
Because
and go ahead.
No, I'm just saying as just from a standpoint of playing, and I know it's one game, I know it's against the Jets, but I think at this point, if Minshew plays like that, and obviously the distribution to the wide receivers, and this isn't saying Hurts is bad or anything like that, but I don't want to have a quarterback controversy either. And me and 500 obviously disagree on this because, I want to start Hurts the rest of the year, but there's going to be a time and place where Hurts is going to get hurt, obviously, and what he's doing now. And you put in Gardner Minshew, and if you throw 7 touchdowns, has over 300-400 yards in this game, and Devontae Smith has a $150, or Quez Watkins is getting the receptions that he needs. Dallas Goedert is a lot better with Minshew as quarterback. I don't know. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be really tough.
Right. Romaldo, you'll find out. I think this is one of Sirianni's dirty tricks to fool the Jets to prepare to play first Hurts. I don't know. I think that wouldn't work either. You want them to prepare for both guys. So I think this probably got leaked out, TG Crippy says, rest in peace, Robert Downey Jr., man, terrible. You ain't going to fool me on that. Nothing. He's fooling us. He's just trying to get us to respond to it. But thank you for the super chat. But, I mean, to me, I don't know. We got 397 people in the chat. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you click the link and sub up the better half of the Philly Shakedown. This is an interesting Philly Shakedown today because I wanted to come on early today because I got things going on tonight with family. And as soon as we get ready to do this, the stuff with Minshew comes out. So it's gonna be interesting regardless, But I know you were saying you probably would if you threw 7 touchdowns. I wouldn't, only because I base my evaluation on I want this season to be about who's the future quarterback. I don't see Minshew as a franchise quarterback, even if he went out and had a huge game. So to me, I would put Hurts right back in. But that's just me. I mean, I admittedly will tell you I've probably watched 3 to 4 Minshew games ever.
Yeah, and it really depends on, are you really going to base this off of if, we need more of a passing game, then obviously, you get more of the run with Jalen Hurts, you get more of the passing with Gardner Minshew. So which one are you going to take at the, by the end of the season and what's going to happen? So
Right. And Marcus says, just as long as Minshew knows not to throw to Reagor, I'm satisfied. Yeah, keep Reagor on the bench. I want Greg Ward in that position. You know what I mean? I really hope this team really utilizes Devontae Smith right. They need to make an effort. Now, I mean, it's going to be crazy, It's going to be crazy. Let's see. Jay Kai said, my observations on Hurts so far is he's light years from being a pocket passer. He is. And I don't know, how much you can really improve your arm strength. I think you can improve your accuracy. I think you can improve how quick you process things. And that may be good enough for him. Only way we'll know is he's got to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We just got to see what he's got.
Yep. Liquid, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, people are too obsessed over Hurts. Dude has a noodle arm. And if he is hurt and he's hurt, no one is stopping him from starting except his injury. Yeah. He's only not starting because of his injury. It's not about being benched. And look, I don't think he has a big arm, but you can get through that deficiency if you're deadly accurate in the NFL. And that's where he has to really improve, I think it was the fourth down play. Wasn't there a fourth down play where he had a slant, a simple slant, guy open, he throws behind? Like you can't do those things.
Right.
But I am not a Jalen Hurts hater. I want more than anything else for him to be the guy. So, we could get all three of those first round picks and then draft defense. But he hasn't shown, he has to show us, and he hasn't done that yet. And I really, really am concerned about his arm and him as a passer.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's a hater. I think that's just being fair, Fully Wayne the Third, thank you so much for the super chat. He says Minshew will have a huge day tomorrow. I feel like this is a situation where Minshew could grab this position and run away with this thing, but I don't know. I mean, if that's this case, then the Eagles really can't believe. It's interesting. What if Minshew goes out and plays great? I mean, if Howie really is split on Hurts and the owner isn't, could they play Minshew more? I mean, I don't know.
Here's the question. The question is, what if Minshew plays great? They come off the bye. They start Jalen Hurts next game, and he plays god awful. That's the question.
Yeah. Then the question is how much of a chance they get. That is an unknown. These are all unknowns we don't know about.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say Minshew is going to play the Jets. I think that's a big deal. The Jets defense has played better, but I think you can move the ball on them. You can run the ball on them. And it's going to be interesting. It becomes a very fascinating game. Now, I was kind of looking forward to watching Hurts come back from that bad game and see how he respond. But, we might not get that chance now.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm.
Parker, David Super Chat, he calls him Uncle Rico. Uncle Rico. There's a lot of people in here that are very excited about Minshew starting. It's interesting. Clark Roberts says Minshew mania. Definitely. I guess. I mean, like I said, like if I believed he was could be a franchise quarterback, I would say okay. But the fact that I don't, I'm like, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Right.
Tortigo says Minshew will get to play with a much better offensive line with us versus Jacksonville. Yeah, true. And what weapons did he have in Jacksonville? Can you name the tight end they had when he played there, or any other wide receiver other than Chark? I can't off the top of my head, dude. I can't. So you make the point that Minshew with better talent will be a better quarterback. All right. Well, it's going to be interesting. Going to be real interesting.
See if that passing game works out. See if he can distribute the ball a little bit. I mean, I've watched some tape on Minshew a little bit earlier this year, and not good protection from the Jaguars when he was on a little bit of a roll there. So maybe the protection will, have him be more accurate and sling these throws and get these receptions for these receivers. We badly need these receivers to produce.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yep, and I see you, Abe Shepard, Simba, Lacey Williams. I see you, Cowboy fans in here. Show Enough says the last time Dallas played the Jets, they took an L. In fact, it was the Jets' first win. Dak is trash. Dallas got lucky this week. They played a horrible offense. Ray says the Jets suck. They're literally 3-8. We cannot lose to them. If we lose to them, we are not making the playoffs. If they lose to the Jets, I'm not even mentioning the word playoffs. I'm not even mentioning the word playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy. It's going to be interesting to see what Minshew, what he does. It really is. Teddy Cancun Cruz says 500 shakes. Hurts might not have the chance to start again. Question: do you think that's true?
Could happen. It could. I mean, it's really up to them. I don't know. To us, he probably should. But if it really depends on between Howie and Jeffrey Lurie. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't.
I can't imagine any way. I mean, like I said, I feel like maybe I really are underestimating how good Gardner Minshew is to some people, because I'm really shocked when people say, yeah, he could be a starter, he could take the job. I'm thinking, this is a backup quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought, Michael Flores, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Y'all really think Uncle Rico going to save y'all season? I don't know what.
Who said that?
When I speak, Do you hear a dog barking? Ruff, mother humper. I mean, who said that? Nobody said that. The Cowboy fans are ridiculous sometimes, man. They actually think Parsons is better than Lawrence Taylor. I mean, they're nuts. Randall Cunningham should be starting. Look, if Randall Cunningham was on this team in his prime, it would already be over. He'd be your guy. You know? Isaiah Wilson says 500 Shakes and Broads are gods of Philly sports talk, killing that shit. Hurts one more year, beefed up that D. Thank you, Isaiah Wilson, man. Broads, I love Broads. Sports talk with Broads. Great guy. We got to get him on. I want to get him on. I've done some stuff with him before. I think he's a great guy. I love his stuff, man. Shout out to Broads. Let's see. Most Cowboy fans don't watch Mark Holmes. We watch Law Nation and Voch Lombardi. Yeah, well, when he says stuff like that, it makes me scratch my head. That's for sure. Here you go. It's Brandon Brooks coming out of witness protection. What is going on with Brandon Brooks? Do you know?
No, they haven't said anything. At first, they were going to say after Wednesday. They had their press conference Monday or Tuesday. Then they said, "Oh, by Wednesday we'll know." After Wednesday, absolutely nothing. So I don't know. I think the plan is right now, if Brandon Brooks is ready to start, you start him to create some value for him. Now, he is a $19 million cap hit next year. So if you trade him post-June next year, you'll free up $13 million in cap space. I think you have Jack Driscoll, which has played very well at right guard, and then Nate Herbig can play both guard spots. You know, I'm not saying that Brandon Brooks is he's better than both of those guys when 100% healthy, but I think we just had enough of the Brandon Brooks and the amount of money he's taking right now. So
yeah, I think he's got to go after this year. One says Voch, as much as I hate admit it. Oh, Voch is great. I love Voch. I love him. Bubba
I love his draft videos, by the way. His draft videos.
Yeah, he's great. Shout out to Voch. Bubba says, watch all the idiots will be saying Minshew keeps starting and bench Hurts if Minshew wins more. That's exactly what's going to happen. That is exactly what's going to happen. And I'm saying right now that regardless of how good Minshew plays, I'm going right back to Hurts because I think that Minshew is not a franchise quarterback, and I have to evaluate Hurts. But, I mean, a lot of people think more of Minshew than I do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Dingbat Nation. Look at this guy. Parsons, the greatest linebacker ever. Get the hell out of here. They really believe it, too. You know, can't compare LT talent-wise, dumbasses. What did LT do that Micah can't? Riddle me that. What did LT do that Micah can't? He changed the game. What do you mean? He changed the game. They changed how they blocked people. That you see the tackles, how they stay in a stance up. They used to get down. They can't do it with LT. LT changed the game. Parsons can't change the game. So right there, it's already different, you know. I'm not going to get into this whole debate now. It's just crazy, you know. Chris, it's funny how Hurts gets benched almost 1 year after when. Well, he's not benched. Hurts is not getting benched. Hurts is hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. Maybe I should put that in the title after. Hurts is injured, so he's not starting because of that. Once he comes back from injury, he will start. You know,
right? Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Now, the other thing I want to ask you about is this Jalen Reagor situation, right? Mm. Because, dude, we could say Hurts played bad versus Giants. He did, but he should have got bailed out. He should have been bailed out by Reagor, dude. Why does this team continue to throw more targets to a guy like Reagor than a guy like Devontae Smith? Or even Dallas Goedert?
Part of it's the game plan. Part of it is decision-making by Jalen Hurts. And unfortunately, you know, I think the Eagles have given Jalen Reagor every chance this season. I think they give him a lot of chances to show he's not explosive. The guy gives up on routes. He slows down on routes. He just can't get separation. He just can't get open, period. So,
yeah, 5 times world chances, 500. Why they time you out? They shouldn't be timing you out. I'm gonna have to clean house on the mods. I'm sorry that you were timed out. And not something I want. You know what I mean? Deontay Cole says 500 as a Cowboys fan. Mike is a great linebacker. He is great. He's having a great year. He looks like he's got all the talent in the world and should make a name for himself. Agreed. Let him make a name for himself. You know, let's see. Bubba says you have to keep playing Hurts regardless because he has way more upside than Minshew. It ain't even close. I agree. I agree with you. You know, and like I said, I haven't seen a ton of maybe Minshew comes out and he just wows me tomorrow, but I don't see it. I mean, if Minshew was so good, why did they get traded for what? A 6th-round pick?
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, you wonder why they made that trade. And obviously, they love this quarterback position so much. They keep making moves every single year because they want to trade for a backup quarterback. They don't want to go in free agency. They don't want to go and pay a veteran backup every single year. And it's a lot of money, and it adds up. So
right, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. We know, regardless of what happens, this will start quarterback controversy. I mean, look. As soon as Hurts had a bad game versus the Jets, what happened? As soon as he has a bad game versus the Jets, the next day, they're talking about Russell Wilson coming to the Eagles and waiving his no trade clause. Mm-hmm. Then the day after that, they're talking about the Eagles still interested in Deshaun Watson. So it's going to happen regardless. And the fact that Minshew goes out, and if he plays good, you're going to get it anyways, because there are people out there that don't think Jalen Hurts is the guy. I cannot say that this year. I cannot say that right now. I've said I'm going to give him the whole year, and then I'll tell you how I think when it's all said and done. And that's what I'm doing. You know, I mean, what if Hurts makes the playoffs and you win a playoff game somehow? I mean, I just don't know. I just think you gotta make sure that you use every possible game that you can to evaluate this guy, especially when he's making as little as he's making. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Cedric says, what do Philly fans like Hurts so much? He'll never be accurate enough to win you anything big. I don't know. I mean, guys can improve their accuracy. The game can slow down. They can become faster at processing. He's never gonna maybe have the arm, you know, as Dan Marino, but you know, you can't tell me that he can't become a better passer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not even that though. It's really what it comes down to. It's a lot of people are blaming Nick Sirianni 100%, and it wasn't Hurts that they don't have him in the right scheme. It was all the receivers aren't getting open. It was everything else but Jalen Hurts. But obviously, Jalen Hurts has a lot of issues too. So,
Bubba always taking a cheap shot, digging me with this one. Philly 500. I've been telling you since we drafted the scrub regular that imagine Jefferson and Smitty. I don't want Jefferson. He's ass. Who said that? Remind me again. I said that. I said that in the heat of the moment when they drafted CeeDee Lamb. Not when they drafted Regular, when they drafted CeeDee Lamb. Because I thought we should have traded up, and I still will stand by that. Should have traded up and took CeeDee Lamb.
But if we got Justin Jefferson, we wouldn't have Devontae Smith right now. Most probably not. Maybe, no. I don't know. I don't think they would have either.
I don't think they would have either. Well, you know, I mean, maybe, but I mean, look, if we're going to go that route, then we can say, well, if you draft DK Metcalf the year before, you're already good, you know?
Right.
Chris says, Hurts is unbelievable getting away from the rush, and he can become one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The only way we're going to know is if he plays. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Everybody's talking about 5-time world champ. While you got, they're saying you spammed. They're saying you spam. Goku and there's Damien saying you spam. That's why you got timed out. Don't spam, bro. Oh, God. Dustin Baker. Cowboy fan. Jason says, breaking news, Philly 500. Bleacher Report is now saying Jalen Hurts is now a game-time decision tomorrow. I love your streams and games. Your reactions are priceless. Fly, Eagles, fly. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're hearing that now he's a game-time decision. What if I had to guess what that means to me is this. The Eagles... Somebody leaked that Hurts ain't going to play, but the Eagles didn't want to say that. That would be my guess. But, I mean, we'll see tomorrow, you know. If Hurts, if he's injured, and like you said, Minshew took all the reps today at practice, then to me, why risk him? You know what I mean? Let him sit.
Yeah, there's no point. No, if he's not going to be 100%, don't. I mean, we need him to scramble, and if he can't do that, forget about it. I mean, it's
right.
It's not going to be good.
No, I agree. Let me see here. think I have a new member here. William Pound. Welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you, man. Super Philly 31, thank you for the super chat. He says, I prefer J-Jaw over Regular. I'm not there yet, dude. I'm not there yet. Ain't no way in hell. But Regular, would you bench Regular?
Yes, I put Greg Ward in the slot right now. Yeah, of course I would. I mean, Greg Ward had one chance to catch, and obviously it was on him. He didn't catch that open pass, but in the end zone. But I think you could take it from last year when Hurts was thrown to the fire, and I thought Greg Ward and him had really good chemistry. I thought their chemistry was great, and they just benched him this year. So
we got 455 people in the chat right now. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We got a super chat from Nick, and he says this. He says, yo, Joey, that Madden simulation against the Giants you did last week was actually accurate for the first game. Laughing my ass off. So what was up with that? Because people were saying to me in my stream that something about your simulation. What happened?
I did two simulations. One, I think the Eagles lost, 16-14, I think with like 50 seconds left, something like that. And then the second, the Eagles and Giants went in overtime and lost. So Jalen Hurts threw about, I think, 3 picks. I think he fumbled the ball twice. So, yeah.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
I mean, look, as bad as Hurts was last week, and he was bad, it could have all been a race with the Jalen Regular just catches that ball. And did you see the picture where his eyes were closed?
Yeah.
His eyes were closed.
Yeah, while he was trying to catch that. I think, what was that, the 1st and 18 pass? That one that
was the 4th down one where he goes up and he's open.
Yeah.
And it goes right through his hands.
Yeah, it's not good.
Hey, Philly 500 pounds. I love the thumbnail. Hey, Philly, in free agency, we should pick up Allen Robinson and Reddick, then draft Wader, Stingley, or Hamilton. Then we are contenders. Here's what I think. I do think you need a veteran wide receiver. I don't know if I would go after Allen Robinson. It would depend on the money. I was thinking Gallup may be a nice number.
You think he's going to be more expensive than Robinson?
You think so? I don't
know.
I don't know. But Hassan Reddick would be my number one target. Okay, I would try to draft him, and then I would try to draft like Hutchinson and then Hamilton, something like that. If somebody put on Twitter, they said that they told me to stop saying we don't have good safeties today on Twitter. And I said to them, you have to think about it for the future. Who are safeties for the future? We need 2 safeties. Harris is a free agent and McLeod is a year older. I don't know who our safeties are.
Javon Wallace, Marcus Epps.
They haven't proved, they've proven nothing.
No.
They've proven nothing, Mr. Michael New York, thank you for the super chat. He says Hurts would be horrible if he can't run. Minshew could cause internal problems if he gets the receivers going. Receivers can't show how great they are with Hurts. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting point, and I think there's validity to it. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It really is. You know what I mean?
It's going to be interesting because there's going to be games where the run game is not going to work. We're going to have to rely on Jalen Hurts' arm, and that's going to show if he's going to be a franchise quarterback. He's got to fit in those. He's got to get the passing game right.
Right. But I don't think that you could come out of this season and say, I don't think there's any scenario where I could come out of the season and go, Gardner Minshew is my franchise quarterback next year. I can't do it. So if Hurts could play, I have to play Hurts. That's how I see it. Nick says Philly 500 pounds, laughing my ass off. Hey, I take offense to that. I've lost 2 pounds. I'm Philly 498 pounds now. Come on, man. Give me credit for those 2 pounds, yo. George, thank you for super chat. He says, hey, Philly and Joey, they have Aiden Hutchinson going number 2 now, and Kyle Hamilton sliding to us due to this injury that had him sideline. Thoughts? I think you need a defense. I think you need 2 edge rushers. The one thing, especially over the last few weeks, right? Against the Saints, they have 2 starting offensive tackles out. No pressure from your defensive ends. Last week, there was no pressure for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones had a white jersey on. It was clean.
Yeah, they blitzed everybody. Now, when it comes to the draft, and even with the secondary, and if Steven Nelson does walk after this year, it's going to be hard for me to say that Tay Gowan or Zach McPherson is going to be getting that starting job. I think they have to sign somebody, or I wouldn't dip in free agency. I would go in the draft to get a guy if Steven Nelson walks. If he doesn't walk, they have to shore up the defensive ends because it's going to help their defensive tackles. This is why Fletcher Cox is not having a good year. Brandon Graham not being on his side. And obviously, teams are knowing that Javon Hargrave is the best pass rusher for the Eagles right now. Josh Sweat, 3 sacks for the year, not doing anything. Derek Barnett probably going to walk, and just a head case at this point. So they have to shore up this defensive line. I'm not saying they have to pay a bunch of guys, but they have to draft a day one starter that's going to wreak havoc on offenses, and they need to do it this year.
Right.
So
no, I agree. I agree. You got to get a pass rusher, man. You have to. Bubba says if they would have just kept Douglas and put him in his natural spot as the safety, we would be all right for the future. Me and you agree. Safety, he's a safety. Look how good Rasul Douglas is playing now, by the way, in Green Bay. That's something.
It's crazy.
Pick 6 the other night. MJ Henderson, thank you for super chat, man. He says, what's the difference between A-Rod and Wentz? They both won a Super Bowl. Should have kept Wentz. Hurts is a running back. Listen, what's done is done, right? When it comes to Carson Wentz, I wouldn't have traded him. I would have had open competition, but he's gone. The thing, what difference between him and A-Rod though is night and day. Aaron Rodgers is a much better quarterback than Carson Wentz, and Aaron Rodgers was on the field to win a Super Bowl. Carson Wentz was hurt. Remember, that's a big deal,
Yeah.
Parker, thank you for super chat, man. He says, apparently Gardner Minshew was endorsed by an adult website where people would share lewd pictures and videos of themselves. That's my quarterback. I'm going to go study film, if you know what I mean. Okay.
What the hell? You're muted. Can't hear you. I think his mic screwed up. Right,
I don't know. I don't know what happened. It just crashed again. That's the second time it did that. It's weird. Are you guys hearing me now?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that was weird. That's the second time it did that. But yeah, so Gardner Minshew's on some, I don't know where he is, but that's hilarious. Oh man. Can you hear it though, right?
You're good.
Philly, you lose to the Jets, cancel the stream. If we lose to the Jets tomorrow, I'm done. You know what I mean? Philly, 498 pounds. Yes, that's much better, dude. Much mother humping better. No question about it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's say I'm muted.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Right. Let me see something. Talk for a second.
Hello. No,
they're saying. No, I hear myself.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing, since we brought up, somebody brought up Carson Wentz before. I do want to touch on the draft situation. If he plays most likely the whole game tomorrow, most likely that will clinch the Eagles getting the Colts first round pick. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, no. It should be one more game by Sunday versus the Texans. They should have this first round pick. It should be there. I don't know if it's going to be more than a game. I think he's at 800 or more than a little over 800 snaps as of right now. So Eagles should have it. They should be in the bag.
Yeah, they should have that. And then tomorrow we're gonna have to root for the Giants. I hate to say it, but Giants are playing Miami. That Miami pick has gone in a few weeks from number 3 to number 10. We need to get that pick in the top 10. I want that a top 10 pick. So I'm rooting for the Giants tomorrow, man. I have to. I hate doing it.
I know. No choice.
See, Macho says Hurts is not starting tomorrow. They are now saying it will be decided tomorrow. So it looks like they are fully committed to Hurts. I think that in my opinion, if I had to guess, I would say that most likely what happened is it got leaked out and they didn't want it out, but they already know Hurts ain't starting. Joey said Minshew took every snap at walkthrough today. But they don't want that out because they don't want the Jets to know that until the last second. They want the Jets not to know. So I'm assuming that's what's happening.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Minshew is going to throw 3 picks tomorrow and the Jets will win. Well, if he throws 3 picks tomorrow, then we won't have to hear anything about Minshew anymore.
Right.
That'll be you know
I'll
what I
end
mean?
it right there. Yeah, definitely.
That's over at that point. Man, what are these people saying we're going to lose to the Jets? We have never lost. We are 11-0 lifetime against the New York Jets. The Jets stink. I do not worry about their offense. I do not worry about anything. You know, I don't. Isaiah says Howie has pictures of Lurie and Peterson doing blow after the Super Bowl win. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, he's got something. He's got something. But, I mean, maybe we're starting to finally see cracks in that friendship if they're on 2 different sides of this debate, man.
I'm hoping.
I just think Howie Roseman is looking at money and 3 picks, and he wants to go do whatever he's going to do, and that's why he doesn't want to commit to Hurts.
And it's scary because we had less cap this year, and we have less draft picks, and now he could do whatever he wants, and this is the future of this team. This is very important next year.
Tomorrow, I mean, next year, this all season is going to be like one of the most important all seasons that I can remember because you have so much potential to rebuild this whole roster. We have over 500 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Click the link in the description. So about my man, Joey Shakes. The Great Tate, he says, if the schism between Jeff and Howie over Hurts is legit, will this be the key to kick Howie out of the NovaCare once and for all? Yeah, that's what we were just saying. It could be. It could be the start. Maybe it cracks in the armor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm hoping it is.
But you know, especially if Lurie is really like, nah, we're keeping Hurts. Hurts is the guy next year. We're going to give him a chance. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting. Mark Scott, thank you for the super chat. He says the Cowboys basically lost on Thursday. They had 4 interceptions against a backup quarterback that was moving the ball very easy, ending in interception. Boys won by only 10. That is a loss to me. Thank you, Mark Scott. I mean, look, Dallas was not an impressive win by the Cowboys. I mean, they're lucky. The Saints really kept moving the ball and they kept turning it over down the field. I think they're in trouble. I will say this, and I'll say this to not just for the Cowboys who got to play the Washington coming up, but us too. I think Washington looks really good right now. I think they look scary, actually.
Yeah, Heineke's playing really well right now.
He's playing really good. I think now we're going to be on a bye week when Dallas plays Washington. I will be streaming that game, Dallas Washington. I think Washington's going to beat them, and that's not good for us at this point. We got to win a wild card. We need Dallas to actually win.
Right.
You know. Macho says Hurts is Vince Young 2.0, has a spark every once in a while, but otherwise average. Comment Philly 500. You're also 500. This is only my second live stream. Macho, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it, man. And make sure you click the like, subscribe, all those good things, and click the link. Go see Joey. Subscribe to him too. Hurts is Vince Young 2.0. I think Vince Young, and I'm just being honest, I think Vince Young coming out of college was a much better thrower, much better passer when he came out. You know, the whole thing with Hurts is can the passing game develop? If you think the passing game can still be developed, you play Hurts. If you don't, then you're going to want to move on to him. Now I'm all for playing him next year, only because I don't think there's a quarterback really coming out of the draft that wows me, and I don't think Russell Wilson at 34 is the guy to go get, although some people will say so. Here's the thing. If you go out and get Russell Wilson, he's 34 years old. You still need 2 defensive ends, a linebacker, a corner. You do need 2 safeties for the future, and you need interior offensive linemen and a veteran wide receiver. I mean, you may take 2 or 3 years to build that around him. And then he's, 36, 37 years old? So I wouldn't be interested in that. I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for him. Now, if Deshaun Watson is free and he's clean and cleared of all charges, I would go after him.
Less expensive than Russell Wilson?
He probably more expensive, but I would pay 2 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson because he's 25 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's got to there's a lot. He's got to be cleared of what's going on. I can't take a quarterback, then he's arrested or he goes to jail or he's suspended. I'm not doing all that, you know?
Yeah, right.
MJ Henderson, thank you for super chat. He says, what are your thoughts on Jalen Reagor? Sad to say, but Nelson and J-Jaw are better than him, and why is he still returning kicks? Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but Nelson Aguilar is better than him. At least he had one good year. However, by calling him Jalen Reagor, I'm actually taking a shot at Jalen Reagor and Nelson Aguilar at once. So I really like it. Yeah. And he shouldn't return kicks. He averages like 5 yards a kick.
Yeah, and you thought that he was going to have he came out of college with this special teams pedigree that you would think that he was going to be the speedster, a twitchy guy, but it seems like he's running backwards. This is why he's had negative yards for a lot of games, because he's not doing well. It's just not it.
Not at all. We got 515 people in the chat. Please please subscribe. Mr. Michael New York, thank you for super chat. He says Minshew will also show how good of a coach Nick could be with a passing quarterback. The Eagles should draft the best defensive end, agreed. Safety, agreed. Cornerback, agreed in the first, and extend Slay. Yeah, I mean, Slay has been great. So has Avonte Maddox. I think he's signed, though. Isn't he still got a few years left?
I thought next year was last year. I thought next year was last year.
Yeah. Who's 32? Who's 32, Lala? Is Russell Wilson only 32? I thought he was 33. You know, which means next year he'll be 34. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's see. How awesome was it winning that ring against the Patriots, Philly? It was awesome. I think we can do it soon again. Let's hope those wins. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, look, it was great. Anytime you beat the GOAT, you're beating Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, that's something special.
And that's from you have a ballsy, and that's from Doug being ballsy too, because you don't go for it on fourth down a couple of times in that game. I mean, you punt the ball once in that game, you lose that game. It's crazy,
right? 500. Who brought Minshew to Philly? The guy who brought him to the team really wants Hurts to fall. That was Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman brought him in. You know what I mean? But they needed a backup quarterback. I think Minshew is just a backup quarterback. He's a solid backup quarterback. And he had 2 years left on his contract. He's a cheap option as a backup. So I thought he's okay. You know, I don't know. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, but maybe I'll be shocked tomorrow. You know, Shizzy, thank you for the super chat. He says, do you think Milton is a better pick so far? I'm from Detroit Scout Department 1. Oh, Detroit Scouting Department 1. What do you think of Milton so far?
Milton Williams? I mean, nothing. I mean, a couple flat. He got a sack and a half, 2 sacks for the year. Not much pressure from him this year in the rotation. I mean, really nothing. I haven't been a big fan of him this year, especially at him, Teron Jackson. Really, the rookies have been playing well to help out this defensive line with the depth purposes.
Yep. Oh, I see. Yeah, Jeremiah Butler, thank you for super chat. He says, I'm actually a little offended for Nelson because he is miles ahead of Reagor and he stinks. Reagor is the worst. I know it's true. He is actually better than Reagor, but I can insult both of them. I'm going to do it because Nelson Aguilar took 10 years off of my life, and Jalen Reagor has taken a year.
Yeah.
You know, so that's but you're right. I mean, Reagor is. Big Papa Cookie 56, thank you for the super chat. He says, can Howie do anything to change your guy's mind on him? For me, he's got to be taller, and he's got to be taller to be respected. How tall is he? 4'5", 4'6"?
Something like that.
To me, the only thing Howie can do is not evaluate talent anymore. Get away from evaluating talent, and I'll be okay with it.
But I don't trust this team. I don't trust this team, even if they take him away from the draft. I feel like there's some background that he might still have say in decisions. I think he has to be out of the building regardless.
And it's not just Howie. You know, we talk about Howie a lot, but it's the owner and Howie Roseman's commitment and how much they overvalue analytics. The analytics department has way too much say. You can't have your analytics department saying, no, we want Reagor over Justin Jefferson when your scouting department is saying Justin Jefferson. You know, regardless of what I might have said or thought of him, I would always trust my scouting guys over my analytics guys. I just would, you know.
Yeah, huge mess.
Mr. Michael New York, thank you for Super Chat. He says, last one, Jalen Reagor is too concerning with catching the punt, and that's why he can't run it back. Jalen plays like it's mental issues. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, because if you look at his tape from college, I mean, he was dangerous as a returner. You know, you definitely could be right. I think that there's a lot of mental issues with Reagor. You know what I mean?
99% of the time, Jalen Reagor hesitates on those punt returns. He stops for a quick moment to see if something opens up. He just has to run. He will get one. It can happen. But
yeah. Joe Vega, he says, 500, what I missed, bro? JoeyShakes, what are your thoughts on 3 first-round picks? Will it be picked by Howie? He won't ever get fired. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know where he's going. Like, we're far away from knowing what he's going to do. Obviously, we have to get through free agency to see like what players we trade, what players we're accounted for through free agency. But when it comes to the draft, I don't know what he's going to do. I really don't. And I hope that they go defense with the first 2 picks. I mean, that's what I want. Obviously, you're going to trade one of those first-round picks back. Acquire another first-round pick for 2023. So I don't know. We're going to see after free agency. We'll get to see like where the holes are and where we really need to upgrade at certain positions. So we'll find out. But I don't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Yeah.
So.
Damien, we shall see if 500 lives up to the hype. I'll join. Okay, tell me what I need to do. What are you guys talking about? Mallory says, I'm kind of disappointed and sad at the lack of confidence and support for Hurts. He has a bad game and people already have written him off. I like Minshew, but he's no Hurts. I'm saying it first. Yeah, I mean, look, I think there are people who waited for that bad game to happen because they didn't like him from the get-go. You know, and then there are people who there's a lot of people that surprisingly think Minshew is good. I don't. But you know, I'm trying to be very neutral with Hurts. I want to give him every opportunity and the whole year. And he's still got what 5? We still got 5 games left. I'm not gonna stop giving him an opportunity. He's got a better chance of being a franchise quarterback than Minshew. So he's got to play. Did he have a bad game? Yes, he did. But I'm still playing him.
Right.
He's have to have a develop. But I understand what you're saying. Shizzy, thank you for Super Chat. He says, Joey, how you feel about Elam McNeil turning out for Detroit?
I have no idea who that is.
I don't know. I don't know either.
Did we get tricked? Let's read it carefully. Elam McNeil. No, we didn't get tricked. I think we're.
I don't know. I don't even know who that is.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know. It's December. Cowboys choke. Oh yeah, Cowboys are in full choke mode now. It's definitely happening. If Howie wants to move on from Hurts, isn't he proving that he sucks at picking talent? Yes. That's the insanity of this. And it goes beyond Hurts. This goes like 5-6 years. I mean, how do you draft Jalen Reagor in the first and then come back and are allowed to draft Devontae Smith? You only drafted Devontae Smith, who I really like, because you failed on drafting Reagor.
But if Howie is blaming the coaching staff, how many more times can he blame the coach? Well, I drafted good players, and they're not producing the players, so coaches got to go. And that's a whole other ball game. I think how many times are you going to use that as an excuse? You know, how many times are you going to use that as an excuse every single year? Like, oh, well, they're not producing. I'm drafting great players. They're not producing those players.
Right.
So
right. Let's see. Bet Minshew has a better quarterback rating than Jalen did last week. Yeah, well, I mean, but that's not his rating. His QBR last week was really bad. And look, I mean, for what it's worth, he is playing. We are playing the Jets tomorrow. Okay, so right. I feel like I don't know. It's crazy. Shizzy says the guy Howie passed on for Milton. Remember the dab in the war room? Oh yeah, they were fighting in the war room. Yeah, who was that over? I don't remember who that was over. He said McNeil. I don't remember that. I don't remember him at all. But I remember them fighting in there. Remember going at it because they wanted somebody else. Now go ahead.
No, the guy that he was fighting with, I forgot his name, but he was I think he was the top guy in the scouting department, I guess, or whatever it was. So, I mean, when that happened, we were streaming that draft, and that happened. It was so embarrassing to see that on television, and it's just now it just shows. It shows that analytical picks, and I know Milton Williams was definitely an analytical pick.
Right,
based on his charts, he was top 3 in his training charts or whatever it was. Stupid,
right. Exactly. Liquid David Super Chat. He says Hurts sucks. Sam Bradford throws better than him. Sam Bradford is like a deer in headlights. I can't stand Sam Stinkford. I did not like when they traded Foles for him. I didn't like when they got him. I got a little surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little carried away in that preseason versus Green Bay where he lit them up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this guy? Maybe I was wrong. And then sure enough, he proved me right. You know what I mean? But Milton Williams, I think Milton Williams has played fairly decent this year. He's got a very quick first step. Milton Williams should be getting Barnett. Barnett's got to go. Barnett is a disappointment of disappointments. You know what I mean?
They've cross-trained Milton Williams as well. They should try him at defensive end too. I wouldn't say they should at least try to do that.
Yeah. So Cyclone 58 says, you guys think Jason Huntley will get promoted more? No, they didn't promote him. There was a lot of talk that they were going to, but today he wasn't promoted, so he ain't playing tomorrow. Boss Scott should be ready to go.
No,
you know, and then I'll follow that up with what Ramal's asking about how Howard's out tomorrow. Howard's out. I gotta tell you, remember the last time Jordan Howard got hurt? And it was like a neck stinger, and it turned to the entire year. Like, I hope he's back. If he's not back after the bye week, something's wrong.
Yeah, and they didn't use him in that wild card game because we were supposed to get that. Well, we didn't want to give the Bears that 5th rounder. We gave him a 6 conditional, so we benched him on purpose. Didn't even use him for that wild card game.
Eagles benching people, tanking. They don't care. HT, thank you for super chat. Texas boy, thanks to the Cowboys. A win for the Eagles this Sunday will get us in the wild card. That's true. Plus, Hurts is super young. A lot of time to fix him. Yeah. I think, like I said the whole show, I said all year, I can't tell you Hurts is a franchise quarterback, but I can't tell you he's not. I think he's just got to play, and we got to see. You know what I mean? We got to see what happens.
Yep.
But it's going to be interesting if Minshew's out there. And Johnny Blaze says this will be Smitty's biggest game. What if Devontae Smith has 150 yards and 2 touchdowns? Biggest game of the year. I mean, do you think that to play that? I mean, we're going to have a huge quarterback controversy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to, you know?
Yeah, it's every time we say that he's going to have a big game, he never has a big game. It seems like the whole playbook changes when we say these guys should have. Well, we look at matchups and we say, oh, they should. Even defenses that have injuries. How many times have we played teams with defenses that had injuries and we just can't take advantage of it? So, what changes are they making during these games?
Right. Well, we're gonna see. It's going to be interesting. Mallory says, "Say Philly 500. Let's go. Let's play. Let's play it. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
You know, I can't wait. Let's get those wins, guys. We can win it all again. Look, the Eagles are in a great situation to make the wild card because think about this. If you beat the Jets tomorrow, you then have a bye week. You have a very late bye week that's hard to get to, but all of a sudden, that bye week is coming at the end of the year where you get a chance to get rest and healthy before you got to play Washington twice, the Giants once, and Dallas again. I think it could be a big advantage for the Eagles.
Oh, definitely. I agree. What's that? Oh,
what's that?
No, I thought I saw something that was weird.
Oh.
My computer.
Teddy says 500 shakes. I don't know what's all the excitement for Hurts. He didn't pass in high school. He lost his starting job to Tua, was drafted as a reach to be Carson's backup. Look, I think because you have a guy that has all the intangibles. He works hard. He's a great kid. I think he's good under pressure. He's good in those situations. And if you can develop a few things that I think can be worked on, you could have possibly a franchise quarterback. I think that's the excitement. Now, whether he is or he isn't, only time will tell, you know?
No.
Sean Davis, thank you for super chat, man. He says, "What's up, Philly? I'm late to the party. Why is Minshew starting? Jalen Hurts is hurt. He has a sore ankle, so most likely he's not going to play. But I'll probably have to change the title and make sure I put Hurts is injured, because I think people think that he's getting benched for Minshew, and that's not happening. He is injured.
Yes.
You know. Cole says Minshew's going to give the Jets every chance to win. Look at the year he went 1-10. As bad as people think Hurts is, he's not going 1-10. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? Going to be interesting. Chuck Smith, thank you so much for super chat. He says 500. Stop drinking the Kelly Green Kool-Aid. Never. Leave the cream cheese alone. Never. And just walk away from the table. You've definitely been hitting that nog way too much. What are we talking about? Last time you said I was hitting the nog because I said that you can't compare Parsons to Lawrence Taylor. What am I drunk on now? You know, these people are crazy. Washington won't have a shot if we win. Cowboys already did the dirty work for us. Look, I think the Washington's going to beat Dallas next week. That's what I think. But we'll see, you know. It's going to be interesting. So we'll do another 5 minutes, guys. I got some things going on tonight. I know Joey might too. That's why we did this thing early today. So we'll do like another 5 minutes, answer some questions. Joey, you're streaming tonight, right? You're doing your football Madden simulation?
Yeah, I'll have the Madden simulation as soon as this stream is done. So definitely come over to the channel. We're just having fun. We're going to see Minshew in live action. We're going to see what he could do against the Jets and see what we could come up with for tomorrow. So it should be fun.
Cowboys fan 112 says, you also thought the Saints would beat us. No. I said the Saints would beat you as long as Alvin Kamara plays.
Jesus.
That was the problem. You know what I mean? And there's who's that? Who put that in there? There's a link. Where is it? I thought I saw a link in here. Yeah, Speedy Eagle 225 put a link, and it'll show you Gardner Minshew. Like I said, I've watched Minshew maybe 3-4 times. And that was nothing I was impressed with, but we'll see. You know, I do think that his attitude and personality will be something that Philly fans like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agree.
You all are going to pray to the Eagle God, be begging for wind. Do that every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
D Trey said Minshew throwing for 300 tomorrow, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay, so if he throws D-Train, if he throws 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 300 yards, and an interception, Joey, do you go back to Hurts? I do.
It's tough, yeah, and you know, I think if they come off the bye week, they play Jalen Hurts for another game, and just see if Jalen Hurts could change, because really it's up to Jalen Hurts to change what he's doing mechanically and him to get better on his own. So if he comes back off this bye week and plays the same way he did against the Giants, we're very concerned. So
yeah, Chris says laughing my ass off. 500 said the Saints would beat us. Now Washington's going to beat us. All I know is we are undefeated in the division so far, and the Eagles have running back playing quarterback. I'll tell you this. I am so confident that Washington will beat Dallas that I'm willing to make any bets. I'm willing to put myself out there for that game on the bye week, okay? I'm willing to do something. So you guys have some bets you want to make, because they're definitely beating Dallas. Dallas stinks. Joe Davis super chat, man. He says it's Minshew's team to lose right now. You really think so? I don't think so. I don't think it's Minshew's team. Hurts is not playing because he's hurt. He's hurt.
Everyone thinks he's benched right now. Are people confused on what's going on today?
Yep. Mad Hatter has a lot of nice things to say about us Philly fans. We don't deserve this, don't deserve that, but we're gonna take it anyway. The Cowboy bitches going to go to the playoffs and just lose the first. Oh yeah, You know that. But I would love to be the team that knocks them out. Like, that's my fantasy right now. Like, the Eagles have to play Dallas, and they go in and they beat them. You know? That would be great, you know? Yeah, the Eagles aren't losing tomorrow. I don't think any predictions for you for the game before we get out of here?
I don't even know what the hell. I really don't know. I really just want them to win. I want to beat the Jets. I want Minshew to look good. I want to see how different this offense is tomorrow. It's exciting to see a fresh set of eyes on a new quarterback and see what they do. So
yeah, I want that win tomorrow, man. I want that win because I want to go in the bye week and have a chance to make the playoffs. Joe says, I mean, it's Minshew's team because of the recent reports circulating Eagles front office and their trust in Hurts. But see, here's the thing. I get what you're saying. But I think even if those reports are true, which I think based upon the history of our front office, they probably are. I don't think that means they're giving it to Minshew, though. I don't think they look at him as the answer. I think they strictly got Minshew as a backup because they know Minshew has 2 years left on his contract where he's dirt cheap, you know? Chuck Smith, thank you for super chat. He says, okay, Washington loses, you wear a Cowboys jersey the rest of the year. That's a little overboard. No, we'll talk. I'll negotiate. I negotiate with Cowboy terrorists. We could do that. Well, maybe. I also have to still buy Giants. I have to buy Giants gear. I have to wear that, you know. And I need the Giants to win tomorrow. The Giants need to win tomorrow. You know? Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Dak beats Russ in the playoffs. Wasn't that Russ' first time of a first-round exit? Might have been, but what happened to Dallas the next week? I mean, what do they have? Like 2 playoff wins in like 25 years? Mm-hmm. No, I'm serious. They haven't been to they haven't sniffed the NFC Championship game. You know? Yeah, I don't know. Who is the backup of Minshew?
I forgot his name. I'm practicing.
They picked him up, right?
Yeah,
I forget the guy's name too.
He was with the Giants, I think, in the preseason. He was with the Giants.
Oh, I thought they cut him. Yeah. No, I'm not backing out. We'll do something. I'm just not going to wear. I don't know if I want to wear a Dallas Cowboys jersey the rest of the year. What do I get?
Right.
What do I get?
The one-sided bet.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about our season, Philly. Let's get it. I think we got a great chance to make the playoffs. I think things fit us the right way, so why not? You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting. I will be streaming. I will be doing a doubleheader tomorrow. I got the Eagles game. I then got the Washington versus the Raiders. Joe, you're streaming tomorrow as well, right?
Yes, I'll be streaming.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing post game, which should be a very interesting post game on Joey's channel at some point, and hopefully I'll be smoking stogies, man. Hopefully we smoke a stogie. If we lose tomorrow, dude,
it's done. Mm-hmm.
It's over. I don't know where you go from there. You know, I want to win. I hope Minshew goes out, plays good, gives us some tape to look at, and then Hurts is back and ready to go, and we make a run. That's what I hope. You know.
Yeah.
But we will see. All right, guys. Well, we're going to let you go. Thank you for joining us on this early Philly Talk podcast. Philly Shakedown. Sorry.
It's okay.
I said the wrong guy. Yeah, so definitely do that. And Joey, any closing comments?
Nah, guys, like I'm excited for tomorrow. I mean, I was excited regardless for tomorrow, but I think just seeing what Minshew, this is about evaluating players. I think seeing Minshew get in there and just see what he's got. Just see what he's got. That's all. Just throw him in there. Throw him in the heat of the fire. See what he's got. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree. Let's see what happens. Not only that, but I want to see how the coaches respond. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's going to be very interesting. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And with that said, take care. We will talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat.